thankful for the work of first responders. That's the sentiment. It's being used by national fundraisers to entice our contributions.
Mike McKnight investigates if local organizations receive any money or if they even get permission to raise money in their name.
They come when we call for help. So calls asking for money to help law enforcement should draw donations.
When you receive your donation return envelope, can we count on you to return a small donation for the drive?
Telemarketing for the Washington, D.C. based Police Officer Support Association has a Nebraska law enforcement organization responding.
The Nebraska State FOP has only heard of this organization because we received complaints and looked into it, and we seriously question the legitimacy of this group.
Instead of buying vests and rescue equipment, the Police Officer Support Association says it gives money to political candidates.
Pushes to get candidates elected who support emergency responders.
But what percentage does the telemarketers keep?
There is not an exact percentage for this campaign, because this is a new telefunding effort.
0% from the fundraising has gone to the Nebraska Fraternal Order Police, but the telemarketer claims to have its backing.
Okay, are you supported by the Fraternal Order Police?
Yes.
That's you.
That is me.
True?
It's not true at all.
A different campaign, this one by email, has other first responders fired up. It asks, do you approve of Omaha Fire Department? Click yes or no, but nobody knows why it's going around.
Yeah, nobody asked permission. You know, it's, like I said, they're just trying to make everybody think that this is coming from the Omaha Firefighters or the Omaha Firefighters Union, and that's simply not the case.
Neither the fire department or city sent the email, but the real purpose is in small print on the bottom line, a donation request from a Chicago political action group.
If somebody's asking you for money online, I would be suspicious of that anyways.
First responders often save lives, and now are money, with a warning. Check out fundraisers who may be helping themselves more than others.
There is not an exact percentage for this campaign.
On your side, Mike McKnight, 6 News.
If you receive a request for money to help first responders, ask hard questions like who will benefit locally, and then call that organization or agency before you donate.
And we've been unable to reach both fundraising groups for comment.